California is famous for beaches, sunshine, and road trips, but some towns hide a far darker reputation. Across the state, certain cities have crime numbers so alarming that locals openly warn travelers not to stop, even for gas. Late-night robberies, parking lot attacks, and highway exit crime have turned routine fuel stops into risky situations. Before your next California drive, you need to know which places drivers say to pass through quickly, because these 10 towns have statistics that might surprise you. Number 10. Victorville, California. Victorville sits in California's high desert, a city that many travelers pass through while driving between Los Angeles and Las Vegas. At first glance, it looks like a typical desert stop with motels, fast food restaurants, and gas stations along Interstate 15. However, local crime reports have repeatedly placed Victorville among the higher violent crime areas in San Bernardino County. Police data in recent years has highlighted ongoing problems with armed robbery, aggravated assault, and gang-related incidents. For people simply passing through, the contrast between the quiet desert scenery and the city's crime statistics can be surprising. Many locals say the biggest concern appears around late-night convenience stores and gas stations, especially near major highway exits, where travelers stop quickly before continuing their drive. Reports of robberies and car break-ins in these areas have circulated on community forums and local news outlets. Because Interstate 15 carries thousands of vehicles every day, criminals sometimes target drivers who look unfamiliar with the area or who are distracted during quick fuel stops. Economic struggles have played a role in Victorville's crime patterns. The region has faced higher poverty levels, housing instability, and drug-related activity, which can increase violent incidents in certain neighborhoods. Residents often recommend stopping for fuel during daylight hours, staying aware of surroundings, and avoiding isolated locations late at night. Number 9. Merced, California. Merced sits in the heart of California's Central Valley, a growing city known for agriculture and the presence of the University of California, Merced campus. While the university has brought growth and new development, crime statistics have often placed Merced among smaller California cities with higher violent crime rates. Local police reports in recent years highlight recurring issues involving aggravated assault, robbery, and gang-related incidents. The contrast between the quiet farmland surrounding the city and the crime numbers inside certain neighborhoods has made Merced a topic of discussion among residents and travelers alike. Some locals warn visitors to stay alert when stopping around late-night convenience stores and gas stations, particularly near highway routes used by commuters and truck drivers. Incidents of armed robbery, vehicle theft, and assaults have been reported near these busy travel corridors. Because many drivers passing through are unfamiliar with the area, they can appear as easy targets during quick stops for fuel, snacks, or directions. Economic pressures in parts of the city contribute to ongoing crime concerns. Merced has faced challenges such as poverty, limited job opportunities, and gang recruitment among youth. Residents often advise travelers to remain aware, choose well-lit stops, and avoid lingering unnecessarily. Number 8. Antioch, California. Antioch sits in the eastern part of the San Francisco Bay Area, a city that has expanded rapidly as housing prices pushed many families farther from major tech centers. While growth has brought new neighborhoods and businesses, crime statistics have also drawn attention in recent years. Local reports show ongoing concerns related to violent assaults, robberies, and occasional gang activity. Compared with many Bay Area suburbs, Antioch has recorded higher violent crime rates, creating a reputation that sometimes surprises visitors who expect a quieter suburban environment. Travelers passing through Antioch often stop near Highway 4 corridors, where gas stations, small markets, and fast food locations attract steady traffic. Community discussions and police updates have mentioned incidents involving robberies, vehicle break-ins, and confrontations in parking lots, especially after dark. Because these areas serve commuters and drivers unfamiliar with the city, criminals sometimes focus on locations where people quickly step out of their vehicles while distracted. Several factors contribute to Antioch's crime challenges: rapid population growth, housing pressure across the Bay Area, and economic inequality have strained local resources. Residents frequently suggest choosing well-lit fuel stations, staying alert to surroundings, and avoiding isolated stops late at night when traveling through the city. Number 7. Salinas, California. Salinas lies along California's central coast, surrounded by farmland that produces a large share of the nation's vegetables. The city is often called the salad bowl of the world, yet it has also faced a long struggle with violent crime. Over the years, police reports have highlighted recurring issues involving gang-related shootings, assaults, and robberies. Despite community efforts and policing strategies, Salinas has periodically ranked among California cities with elevated violent crime rates compared with other communities of similar size. Many travelers encounter Salinas while driving along Highway 101, a major route connecting the Bay Area to Southern California. Gas stations and convenience stores near highway exits attract steady traffic from commuters, truck drivers, and tourists heading toward the coast. Local discussions sometimes warn about robberies, vehicle break-ins, and late-night confrontations around certain parking lots and fuel stops. Visitors unfamiliar with the area may appear distracted, making them easier targets during quick roadside stops. Economic challenges and long-standing gang rivalries have contributed to crime patterns in parts of Salinas. Some neighborhoods struggle with poverty, limited opportunities, and youth recruitment into gangs. Residents often recommend staying aware, stopping at busy, well-lit locations, and keeping visits brief when passing through the city. Number 6. Modesto, California. Modesto is another Central Valley city that drivers often encounter while traveling between Sacramento and Fresno. Known for agriculture and food processing industries, the city has experienced steady population growth over the past 2 decades. Along with that growth, crime has remained a continuing concern for many residents. Police reports and regional crime rankings frequently place Modesto among California cities with elevated violent crime levels, particularly involving aggravated assault, robbery, and occasional gang-related shootings. These incidents have shaped the perception many travelers hear before stopping in the city. Busy roads like Highway 99 bring constant traffic through Modesto, creating clusters of gas stations, convenience stores, and fast food stops designed for passing drivers. Some of these locations have been mentioned in local reports involving car break-ins, armed robbery, and confrontations in parking areas, especially during late evening hours. Because travelers are often focused on quick stops for fuel or food, they may not always notice suspicious activity nearby. Several social and economic challenges contribute to crime concerns in parts of Modesto. Issues such as drug trafficking routes, gang disputes, and economic hardship have affected certain neighborhoods. Residents commonly advise visitors to stay alert, choose well-lit fuel stops, and avoid lingering unnecessarily when traveling through the city. Number 5. Riverside, California. Riverside is one of the largest cities in Southern California's Inland Empire, located about 60 miles east of Los Angeles. The city has grown rapidly over the past decade as more people moved inland searching for affordable housing. With that growth has come increased pressure on infrastructure, housing, and public safety. Crime reports in recent years show Riverside experiencing higher violent crime levels than many surrounding suburban communities, with incidents involving robbery, aggravated assault, and vehicle-related crimes appearing regularly in local statistics. Major highways such as Interstate 215, Highway 91, and Highway 60 bring constant traffic through the city, making Riverside a common stop for drivers traveling across Southern California. Gas stations and convenience stores near these busy routes often serve commuters and travelers who are unfamiliar with local neighborhoods. Police updates and community discussions have mentioned cases of parking lot robberies, car break-ins, and confrontations near fuel stations, particularly during late-night hours when fewer people are around. Economic inequality across parts of the Inland Empire has played a role in Riverside's crime patterns. Some districts face higher poverty rates, housing pressure, and gang-related activity. Locals usually recommend stopping at well-lit stations, remaining aware of surroundings, and limiting unnecessary delays while passing through the area. Number 4. Fresno, California. Fresno is the largest city in California's Central Valley, serving as a major hub for agriculture, transportation, and regional business. Despite its economic importance, the city has long struggled with public safety concerns. Crime statistics over the years have frequently placed Fresno among California cities with higher violent crime rates, especially when compared with communities of similar size. Police reports often highlight incidents involving aggravated assault, armed robbery, and gang-related shootings, which have shaped the city's reputation among both residents and travelers. Because Fresno sits along Highway 99, thousands of drivers pass through the city every day while traveling between Northern and Southern California. Gas stations, motels, and convenience stores near highway exits attract heavy traffic from commuters and long-distance travelers. Local news and community alerts have reported cases of vehicle break-ins, robberies, and confrontations in parking areas, particularly during late evening hours when fewer people are present. Visitors unfamiliar with the city can sometimes appear distracted while making quick stops. Several underlying issues influence crime patterns in Fresno. Parts of the city face economic hardship, unemployment, and ongoing gang conflicts that contribute to violent incidents. Residents commonly advise travelers to remain alert, stop at busy and well-lit locations, and continue their journey without unnecessary delays. Number 3. Bakersfield, California. Bakersfield sits at the southern edge of California's Central Valley, a fast-growing city known for agriculture, oil production, and its role as a transportation hub. Over the years, the city has also gained attention for persistent public safety challenges. Crime reports frequently show Bakersfield recording higher violent crime levels than many cities of comparable size. Police statistics often include incidents involving aggravated assault, armed robbery, and occasional gang-related violence, contributing to a reputation that surprises travelers who only see the city as a quick highway stop. Major routes such as Highway 99 and Interstate 5 nearby bring thousands of drivers through the Bakersfield area each day. Gas stations and roadside markets along these corridors are busy with truck drivers, commuters, and tourists heading across California. Local reports and community alerts have described incidents involving vehicle break-ins, robberies in parking lots, and confrontations near convenience stores, especially during late-night hours when traffic becomes lighter and fewer witnesses are present. Economic inequality and population growth have created challenges for parts of Bakersfield. Some neighborhoods experience higher poverty levels, gang disputes, and drug-related activity, which can influence local crime patterns. Residents often advise travelers to remain cautious, choose crowded fuel stops, and avoid isolated locations after dark. Number 2. San Bernardino, California. San Bernardino sits in the heart of Southern California's Inland Empire, a region known for major transportation routes and large logistics centers. The city has faced long-term economic challenges after the decline of several industries, which affected employment and local development. Crime statistics over the years have frequently placed San Bernardino among California's cities with elevated violent crime rates, with police reports often mentioning aggravated assaults, robberies, and gang-related incidents. These patterns have shaped the city's reputation among residents and travelers moving through the area. Because the city connects to major routes like Interstate 10, Interstate 215, and historic Route 66, thousands of drivers pass through every day. Gas stations and roadside markets near freeway exits attract steady traffic from commuters and long-distance travelers. Local news updates have reported cases involving carjackings, parking lot robberies, and vehicle break-ins, particularly during late-night hours when fewer people are around and visibility is lower. Several social and economic pressures continue to influence crime patterns in parts of San Bernardino. Some neighborhoods struggle with poverty, housing instability, and gang activity. Residents commonly suggest stopping at well-lit locations, staying aware of surroundings, and keeping fuel stops quick when traveling through the city. Number 1. Stockton, California. Stockton, located in California's Central Valley, has spent years appearing in discussions about crime rates in mid-sized American cities. Once known primarily as a busy port and agricultural center, the city faced economic downturns that reshaped many neighborhoods. Crime statistics have often placed Stockton among California communities with elevated violent crime levels, particularly involving armed robbery, aggravated assault, and homicide incidents. These numbers have contributed to a reputation that many travelers hear about before driving through the area. Stockton sits along Interstate 5 and Highway 99, two major transportation routes that carry thousands of vehicles across Northern California every day. Gas stations and convenience stores near these highways attract constant traffic from commuters, truck drivers, and long-distance travelers. Local police reports and community alerts have mentioned incidents involving parking lot robberies, car break-ins, and confrontations near fuel stops, especially late at night when fewer people are nearby and visibility is limited. Several long-term challenges influence Stockton's crime patterns. Some neighborhoods face economic hardship, unemployment, and gang-related conflicts that contribute to violent incidents. Residents often recommend travelers remain alert, choose busy and well-lit fuel stations, and avoid isolated stops while passing through the city. California's highways connect some of the most beautiful places in America, but every road trip also requires awareness and smart decisions. The cities on this list show how crime statistics and local experiences can shape a traveler's safety. While millions of people live normal lives in these communities every day, certain areas, especially around late-night gas stations, highway exits, and quiet parking lots, can present higher risks for people just passing through. Staying alert, choosing busy well-lit stops, and avoiding unnecessary delays can make a huge difference during long drives. If this video opened your eyes, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more real stories, crime statistics, and travel safety insights from across the United States. Drop a comment below and tell us which city surprised you the most, or share your own road trip experiences. And don't forget to check out our next video exposing more American cities with shocking crime trends you should know before traveling.